If your team is drowning in emails, you are not alone. We've talked to hundreds of support teams managing shared inboxes like support at or billing at, and they all face the same problems. Important emails getting lost, multiple people replying to the same customer, and hours wasted just trying to figure out who's supposed to do what. The real issue is that most teams are trying to manage high volume communication with tools like Gmail and Outlook that were never built for teamwork at scale. But here's the good news. You don't need an expensive help desk or months of setup to fix this. And in this video, I'm going to show you practical ways to manage a high volume of team emails and the tool that makes it manageable at scale. So let's go ahead and dive in. Step 1. Triage ruthlessly. The biggest mistake teams make when handling high email volumes is that they treat every single email as equally urgent. Someone emails about a typo on your website, another person reports that your entire system is down, and both emails just sit there in the inbox waiting for someone to get to them. That's a problem. Teams handling a high volume of emails know how to prioritize smarter. They create a tiered system so that everyone knows at a glance what needs attention right now versus what can wait. Here's how you can do this effectively. First, create a simple priority system, something like urgent, standard, and low priority. Urgent emails are things like system outages, angry VIP customers, or time-sensitive requests. Standard emails are your normal day-to-day support queries. Low priority is stuff like feature requests or general questions. Now, use visual indicators so your team can scan the inbox and immediately spot what's urgent. Color coding works great for this. You can do red for urgent, yellow for standard, and green for low priority. But the key is making sure this happens automatically, not manually. Then, set up rules to auto-flag high-priority emails. For example, any email from a VIP customer gets tagged as urgent automatically. Any email with keywords like outage, down, or not working gets flagged immediately. Now, to actually implement this, you'll need a tool that comes with a shared inbox functionality. This is available in most customer service platforms, but I'd recommend that you check out Hiver. It's specifically designed to help teams handle a large number of support emails without having to adopt any complex software. You can click the first link below to start using Hiver for free. Once you've got it set up, you can create tags for your priority levels and color code them so they are instantly visible. Then you set up automation rules that apply these tags based on the sender, keywords in the subject line, or specific criteria that you define. This way, your team isn't wasting time manually sorting through hundreds of emails trying to figure out what's urgent. The system does it for them automatically. Step 2, create ownership instantly. Here's a truth about managing emails as a team. An unassigned email is basically a dropped email. When nobody owns a message, one of two things happen. Either everyone assumes that someone else is handling it, so nobody does, or 3 people jump in at the same time and the customer gets 3 different responses. Both scenarios are terrible. The best practice that small teams handling high volume emails follow is simple. No email should sit unassigned for more than a few minutes. Every message needs a clear owner the moment it arrives in your inbox. Now, you could do this manually. Someone goes through the inbox and assigns emails to different team members throughout the day. But when you are handling hundreds of emails, that's not realistic. The smarter approach is to set up automatic routing. Use round-robin assignment to distribute emails evenly across your team, or use skill-based routing where billing questions automatically go to your finance team, technical issues go to your support specialists, and emails from enterprise customers go to your account managers. The critical part is making the assignment visible to everyone. When someone opens an email and sees it's already assigned to Sarah, they don't waste time working on it. And Sarah knows exactly what's on her plate. Here's how this works in practice. In Hiver, you can assign emails with one click, and everyone on the team sees who's responsible for what. You can also set up automation rules that handle assignments automatically based on keywords, sender, or any criteria that you choose. For example, all emails with invoice in the subject automatically go to your billing team. Emails from specific domains get routed to dedicated account managers. New customer inquiries get distributed using round robin so nobody gets overloaded. This creates instant accountability without anyone having to play inbox traffic controllers all day. Step 3, kill context switching. Something that quietly destroys productivity is context switching. Let's say a customer emails about a complicated issue. You need input from a colleague in the engineering team before you can respond. So, what do? You forward the email, or you copy paste it into Slack, or you start a separate email thread with your colleague, or maybe you create a Google Doc to discuss it. Now, the conversation about this one customer issue is scattered across different places. When you finally get the answer that you need, you have to piece everything back together and hope you didn't miss anything. It's exhausting and it wastes a ton of time. The best practice is simple. Collaborate where the conversation already lives. Keep everything inside the email thread itself. That way, all the context, like the original customer message, internal discussions, or any decisions that you made, stays in one place. Use internal notes instead of forwarding or starting side conversations. These are messages that only your team can see, not the customer. Hiver's internal notes let you do exactly this. Open any email, click to add a note, use @mentions to loop in teammates, and they can respond right there in the thread. Instead of jumping to Slack, you just add an internal note right inside of the email thread, like @Mike, what's our policy on refunds after 30 days? Everything stays private and organized within the main customer email. You are not bouncing between Gmail, Slack, or Docs just to collaborate on one customer issue. Step 4, automate handling FAQs. Now, every support team deals with a set of questions that show up again and again. Password resets, order status updates, refund timelines, account access issues. These are predictable and they take up more of your team's time than you realize. Here's how to fix this. Instead of typing the same answers repeatedly, start by listing the top questions that your team receives each week. Once you've identified common questions, create templates for those responses. Write the response once, save it as a template, and then you can insert it with a couple of clicks whenever you need it. But here's the key. Don't let these sound robotic. Use variables like customer name, order ID, or account details to personalize each response. So instead of "Dear customer," it says "Hi Sarah." Instead of "Your order," it says "Order number 12345." This way, your team can respond to routine inquiries in seconds while still keeping it personal and consistent. Step number 5, use AI where rules fall short. So rules only work when everything is predictable, but AI goes a step ahead and understands what the customer is saying. It can read an email and pick up the intent behind it, even if the customer skips important details, rambles, or writes in a hurry. It can tell whether someone is calm, confused, or clearly frustrated, which is something a traditional rule will never catch. It figures out what the issue is, how urgent it feels, and what details matter most. If a customer mentions an order number halfway through a paragraph, AI will pull it out automatically so your agents don't have to hunt for it. If the tone is negative, AI will flag it so that your team can jump in before the situation escalates. AI can even help with the reply itself. Instead of starting from a blank screen, your agents get a fully drafted response that already sounds like your brand. They just tweak it and hit send. And if you want an extra layer of quality control, AI can review outgoing messages for clarity and accuracy before they go to the customer. And with Hiver, all of this works quietly in the background. AI tagging, sentiment detection, data extraction, drafting, and quality checks run on every conversation so your team always has the context they need. And for the simplest queries, Hiver's AI agents can handle the entire conversation, which keeps your queue clean and frees your team to focus on issues that actually need a human. But None of this means much unless you are tracking it all. And that's where the next step comes in. Step 6, measure what matters. You can't improve what you don't track. But there's also a trap teams fall into where they're tracking everything and drowning in data they never actually use. The best practice is to focus on 3 to 4 key metrics that directly impact customer experience. Here are the ones that matter most. Number 1 is first response time. How long are customers waiting before they hear back from you? This is huge because it sets expectations. If someone emails on Monday morning and doesn't hear back until Wednesday, they are already frustrated before you even try to help them. Number 2 is resolution time. How long does it take to actually solve the problem? Not just send a reply, but fully resolve the issue. And number 3 is customer satisfaction. Are people happy with your support? You can track this with simple surveys after each interaction. And number 4 is volume by category. What types of emails are you getting the most? This helps you spot trends and plan better. Now, here's how you actually use this data. Let's say that you notice that billing emails take twice as long to resolve as technical questions. So why is that happening? Maybe your billing team needs more training. Maybe your billing process is too complicated. Maybe you need to hire another person for that team. Or you notice response times spike every Monday morning. Now that you know this, you can adjust your team's schedule to have more coverage at that time. You can also identify your top performers and figure out what they are doing differently. Maybe they are using templates more effectively. Maybe they have a better process for handling escalations. The key is reviewing this data weekly, not just monthly. Monthly reviews are too late. By the time you spot a problem, it's been happening for weeks. Hyver's analytics dashboard tracks all of this: response times, resolution rates, customer satisfaction, and workload distribution. You can see both individual and team performance, and you can spot patterns that help you make better decisions about training, hiring, and process improvements. Now, if you want to implement all of these, you can get started with Hyver for free. No credit card needed, and you can have your team up and running in just about 30 minutes. Just click the first link in the description to start using Hyver for free and see how it fits your team's workflow. And if you want to see how you can create an AI chatbot, then watch this video next.